So what is up, girls and guys and girls? Today we are back with another banger, and excuse me, we got a content room now, man. We finally moved, and everything's gonna be a lot better, bro. We got a lot of productivity that's gonna come out of here. We got a lot of good things. I'm gonna give you guys a little walk around one of these days, but yeah, we do have a pretty solid setup in here now. So I am definitely rolling into the next year. Gonna give you guys crazy content. You feel me? So that's what's next to come, but we're not going to talk about that today. Today we're going to talk about what everybody wants to hear, what everybody's been asking me about on Instagram. Why so my three-piece wheels so soon, so fast, and whatever, you feel me? Basically, this is what it is, man. The wheels are great. I love the wheels. They're beautiful, triple chrome, super wide wheels. They were beautiful, you feel me? They're like diamonds. They really were. So they're beautiful. But the thing was, when I came in the game, like, I wanted to make a wave, you feel me? I wanted to make my own lane. I wanted to make my own path, and I was in a 240. It was just between a 240 and a Mustang, you feel me? And I'm like, everybody and their mom has a 240, so and I wanted a hatch, so I was like, let me just get the Mustang, because that was always, that and the 240 hatch was basically my two dream cars. So I was like, let me take this lane, because I know nobody's doing crazy stuff to this. So got the Mustang. If you guys go back on my Instagram, if you're not following me, make sure you're following me. My Instagram is MAL_SAVY. Check it out, you feel me? It has all the content on there. But if you go back to when I first started building the Mustang, I was like, sit back and watch, you guys know, sit back and watch, take notes, and you'll see what happens in the next 12 months to this car. I just put in work, so much work, cut, just did a whole bunch of stuff to it, cut the car until I got it to where I wanted. So at first it was on the bullet wheels, and then we transitioned to the three-piece wheels. Once it hit those three-piece wheels, it just broke the internet. Like, it just went crazy. It went absolutely crazy. Like, it just, three-piece posted it, and or not three-piece, VR posted it, and it just went, it spread like a wildfire after that. So when I came in starting initially, I loved what I had a vision. I wanted it to be the widest and just lowest and everything. So when I came in, I was like, okay, let's do this. When that happened, it blew up and went crazy. I'm like, okay, now I have to do more. From there, I was like, once I said, okay, now I have to do more, I kind of feel like I was losing sight of what I wanted to do, because the internet was gassing it so much. I was like, let me just keep pushing harder and harder for the internet, you feel me? I kind of lost sight. I felt like I was kind of losing sight, but I was like, you know what? This is what I want to do too. So let's just keep going. Let's keep doing what we're going to do, and see where it goes. So we got it lower. The front was crazy. The rear, we were still trying to get to where it needed to be at. We were getting lower and lower, like millimeters, but it wasn't where we wanted to be at. So I get to my boy Danny. He did some magic to it, and it got lip to fender just like the front. Once it got lip to fender just like the front, again, spread like a wildfire on the internet, went crazy. It was everywhere. So from there, I was like, okay, now we have to make this. Now we have the fitment that we want, and I was like, I'm not gonna stop until I get this fitment that I want. And I was telling Danny, like, bro. He was like sending me pictures of it, like millimeters lower and lower. He's like, is this good? I'm like, it has to be like equal to the front, you feel me? I need it to be the same fitment as the front. What I wanted to do next was going to be, it was going to be crazy. So he got it to where it was, and everything was good. And mind you, I was on 19s at the time. Once I sold the Cerberus 2s, I went to the Walds. I forgot to say that. So I went to the Walds, and then from the Walds were 19 by 11s and 19 by 11.5. And then a 19 by 10.5. I went to 19s because I was like, okay, nobody's doing 19s on a Mustang anyways. They're kind of big. They're kind of hard to fit. So let me go ahead and do 19s. Not just do 19s. Let me go as low and as crazy as I can possibly go on these 19s. Took the initiative to do the 19s. It definitely was a job. There was a lot of cutting. It was rubbing on the bumper. We had to recut the bumper. It was a job, you feel me? So long story short, once we got done with the fitting and everything was good, Danny, that's when he worked his magic, made it lip to fender, and from there again went crazy. And at that point I was like, okay, now where do I go next? Do I keep doing what the internet wants, or do I do what I want? You feel me? So I was like, let me do what the internet wants to do. Like, let's just see how far we go with the internet thing. Kept going, did rollers. This dude named Morgan hit me up and was like, bro, your car's absolutely crazy. Can we write an article and put it on Fat List? So I'm like, dang, bro. I was like, yeah, that's crazy. Like, absolutely, let's do it. He typed the art. He was like, what suspension do you have? What's up with the wheels, this and that? So he wrote this article. If you guys go to fatlist.com, you can see it. And he wrote this article about the car, got the rollers, got everything crazy. And I was just like, the moment I wanted to be like, okay, let me take my path again where I was supposed to go, I was like, no, I can't, because now I got this crazy, feature on Fat Lace. Let me keep going. Kept going. I'm not saying I didn't love it, because I love the low, and dragging and stuff like that. But I was just taking it to a level that was like, I don't know if I would have. I would have pushed it there, obviously, eventually, but not as fast and as crazy as I did. I was like, just let me keep going to see what the internet offers. And then I just kept getting more and more opportunities and crazier openings. So I was like, dang, I can't stop. But I don't know. Eventually, I got to the point, like I said, I got older. That was like, I've been doing it since I was, 16? That car was my second car. No, my third car, actually. I was doing it since I was 16. And I was just like, man, this is all I needed. Because even when I started, I was like, if somebody, before I got all the, everybody was looking at me and the exposure, I was like, if somebody, when I had 726 followers, I was like, if somebody would just see this Honda, they would see the style. And I wasn't gassing myself up because I knew it looked good, but I just knew I had a different style. It may not have looked the best, but I know it was a different type of look, Somebody seen it, and same thing, I got an opportunity with like a huge company that had like 1 million followers or something like that, I forget, and the door opened, and from there it was same thing, history with that. So with the Mustang, I was like the same way. That happened. I knew I had a decent following from the Civic, and the Mustang, like in the Mustang scene, that stuff's not really done. I asked around about, lip defender and stuff like that, and people were like, it's not gonna happen. Your closest chance is to bag your car, put it on 19s, and get like a 285 and call it a day in the rear. And I was like, okay, whatever. You're not even on the same path I'm on. So I kept working and got it to where I wanted to be at. So I was like, when that happened, I knew it was gonna be crazy, and the doors just kept opening for opportunities. So I was like, dang, okay, let's just keep going. And I kept pushing, but at that point, when you get to a point, you're like, damn, like, am I happy now? Like, am I doing this for me, or am I doing it for the opportunities that are coming? But like with the opportunities, I'm not, as happy as I want to be with the car, So it got to a point where I was just like, damn, like now I just take the car out it was basically like an Instagram queen. I just took it out to record and stuff like that, and then put it back in, and take it out to record and put it back. And it was just not cool. Even up to the point, and I don't tell you guys this a lot just because, I try to stay positive. I'm always going to be positive in this. I am positive, so I want to keep motivating you guys, but I am going to give you guys, the spill on it. Even and to the point with those 3-piece wheels that I just bought, the crazy 3-piece wheels. The funnest I had, honestly, set aside from the setup I'm about to do, was this gold setup you guys seen. And you guys, and this is what made me go back to that. The gold setup I had the most fun on. I could drive my car. I could like beat my car. I could literally kind of put it to its max, potential. And I was like, dang, like, let's just not worry about so much what Instagram or the internet thinks right now. And then when I did that, bro, believe it or not, that car, like, you guys got that to like 30,000 likes, 20,000, like crazy amount of likes. And it was a setup that I actually had fun with. And I'm like, okay, this is what it is. This is what has to happen. Let me go back to a setup that I have fun with, because they don't care. It's not so much about the wideness and the lowness. I mean, that is cool, but you guys want to see the content of like the craziness that I've built. You feel me? The crazy car that I've built. You guys want to see content. You guys want to see it rolling. You guys want to see it being put to work, So I was like, if I had the most fun on the setup that I could actually use and utilize, why am I on a setup that I can barely like full lock or barely turn with without rubbing on my LCAs, or I have to shave this down and all this stuff. I'm putting so much pressure on like the car. The suspension's like, I had to like extra reinforce. It was just so much stuff, man. That's why the lug nuts fell off and the wheel almost came off. It was just too much pressure, so wide and just so low that it was just putting too much on it. So I'm just like, okay, let's go back to a setup where we had fun, because we barely drove it on that setup because there was so many problems. So let's go back to a setup where we had fun, and let's actually stay with the setup, and let's just build around that setup. You feel me? Let's build the car even more crazy, put more of your style into this car, but keep a setup that you can actually drive and give content to you guys, because that's what you guys really want, is the content. You feel me? Like, there's no point in having a crazy car and you're not seeing it. You feel me? That's why I got rid of those wheels, because they were just too wide, too much going on with them, and I couldn't give you guys the content I wanted. Like, I really wasn't enjoying the car. Like, I was just doing it again for, like, the internet, kind of, I guess you could say. You feel me? Now, right now and this year coming on, it's going to be straight what makes me happy. It's going to be like more content, definitely more like drive time and stuff like that, because I'll tell you guys now, I'll just tell you right now, the wheels and everything are on and fitted, and everything is flawless. Like, matter of fact, it's so flawless that when I was driving it, like, I was hearing things that weren't even there. You feel me? Like, I thought like my quarter passenger side was rubbing on my lips. I mean, like my lips were rubbing on my fender, but it was just the tires on the ground. Like, it was crazy stuff, because I'm not used to like not hearing anything. Like, literally, I don't hear anything now. Like, I'm getting perfect travel. I got good travel, but I'm getting like amazing travel in my coilovers now. I can full lock like at a beautiful. Everything's just beautiful. And the great thing about it is I'm still low and it still looks good, just not super, super, super low. And yeah, man, I think you guys will like it. It's really like that. It's like that setup to where, you know, when you put it on, because I got new spacers. You guys know about the 2-inch spacers, but they were a bit too wide, so I bought more spacers, and those spacers fit like a glove. The 2 inches were kind of loose and stuff, because it was like a 80 point something millimeter bore, and mine's like a 70 millimeter bore on the Mustang, so it was definitely like kind of a gap. I mean, kind of wiggle room. The ones I have now, I downsized a little bit, and they fit flawless, like tight on the bore. Tight on the hub, and everything just fits just so perfect. Everything's just so tight and snug. That's what I like. I never really had, believe it or not, like a tight, snug, like something like I'm like, okay, I feel safe driving this. You feel me? Like, as crazy as it sounds, like I never felt like I feel safe, 100% safe driving this, because I pushed it to such crazy limits to the point where there really wasn't a way to have like a safe way to drive it, you know, because it wasn't feasible. But now I do have it. Everything is beautiful. I drove it today. This is the day I'm posting this video. Yeah, I drove it today. I'll post it on Instagram tomorrow or the next day and show you guys what it's looking like. But I drove it today. Everything was absolutely flawless. Like, getting on my driveway is the biggest task. And when I tell you guys, I went out the driveway today and heard nothing, bro. Like, nothing. No rubs, no scrapes, no when I'm turning, no fender hitting, no clunks or ding, nothing. I came out and I'm like, oh no, it's gonna rub, and I'm like, oh, nothing, what? Then the other side, because like I have to lean both ways, you feel me? So I'm testing it to the limit. So then I turn to the other side, I'm like, it's gonna rub, and I'm just like, damn, nothing, bro. Like, I'm like, are you serious? And it sits beautiful, bro. Like, it sits perfect still. I'm super excited about the setup. Even right now, I'm still like on a high that I can still, you know, drive my car and utilize it and have fun with it. That's what we're basically going this year. Still gonna be so much style to it, but this time I'm gonna keep the setup I have and like show you guys more about the car now. Like, let's work on the interior. I do have a motor that I'm building right now in the works for the car. Let's get a nice cool roll cage in there. Let's just put more style and just cool stuff on the car now, instead of just working on the wheels and fitment all the time, you feel me? So that's where we're at now, man. You guys are gonna really enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it. Like, I'm coming into the drift scene. I kind of want to shake the ground with my style on my low, like I did in the stance scene. So I think it'll be fun, man. I'm super new to it, so y'all know I like being an underdog. So it's gonna be a lot of practicing, you know, left and right with the car, but we'll get it, man. We'll get it. And like I said, I'm gonna go crazy. Once you guys see it on the track, you're gonna be like, wow, this is something that I've never seen before. I promise it'll be cool. So that's where we're at. I just want to come and give you guys, you know, touch base with you guys, tell you what was going on. So yeah, man. Like I said, this year coming up, we're gonna give you guys a lot more content, not just car content, but I'm gonna help you guys like informative content, like basically the ins and outs of suspensions. If you know, the suspension on Mustangs, you're trying to get lower, what's a safe route to go. Same thing with LCAs when you're cutting them and stuff like that, like how much you should extend them and all this stuff. Like, anything you guys want to know, just let me know, and I've definitely did it all, so I can help you guys out and give you guys some information. But that being said, guys, I gotta go. I gotta stop rambling for you guys. That's why I sold the 3-piece wheels. I'm on 1-piece Cosmos wheels now. My specs are 18x10s plus 20, nothing crazy, you feel me? Nice, good, clean setup, but you guys will see how cool it looks on the car, you feel me? But that's my setup that I'm running, and I'll show you guys on Instagram. So again, if you're not following me, make sure you follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is MAL_SAVY, Mall Savvy. Go check it out, all the content, man. Couldn't be here without you guys. Again, I love you guys all so much. Thank you for sticking around. Next year's gonna be crazy, man. The merch is about to drop. I got my logo, I got everything ready to go. I just gotta get stuff screen printed on the shirts, the hoodies. Everything's gonna be champion, top quality, cool gear. You guys are really bang with it. I'm gonna have five big stickers for logos, because I'm gonna put one on my rear glass and 4 other crazy stylish cars and put them on theirs, just so we can rock them, go crazy for me. But that being said, man, that's it. I'm gonna stop talking. I love you guys. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Please turn your posts notice so you'll see every time I post. I'm gonna start posting a lot more this